Today this commission is appointed or is being appointed only with a reason.
One at a time after Yatiloza.
To see that Mr. Modi stopped from taking oath.
So stop playing victim.
Of this country.
Stop playing victim. Have you no other argument than playing victim?
That there are hurdles created in his way in taking over the reins of this country.
He is being targeted and it is political vendetta. Why can't they mend their own ways? He is just like an ordinary citizen, Arnab.
It is because
he is not above the law.
Only with a view to see that hurdles are created in his taking over the reins of
every
power
time
of this country.
If law is broken, irrespective of who the person is, he has to face the consequences, even if it is Mr. Narendra Modi. What are you talking about and saying that he is being targeted? Maybe the timing could have been better. That does not take away from the fact that an inquiry commission can be appointed by the central government.
But when it is maliciously being pursued,
how? Without a probe.
Anybody who has done anything wrong will be held accountable.
No, but
so why are you trying to misstate facts here?
Refuge in this excuse of political vendetta. You have not denied that the
it's the truth. It is political vendetta.
I'd like to public interest.
Nobody
I'd like to
accused on that.
Mr. Modi is not a weak or an afraid man who's scared at all. It is political vendetta. It takes them 5 months, suddenly just 2 weeks before the results are out. They are staring at defeat.
Questioning the timing?
They come up with this again.
He would come clean if he has not done any sin.
Look, this was the same argument that was forwarded by everybody over the 2002 riots till the courts themselves found that there was no proof against him. And still you go on and on about it. The same thing is going to happen here. He is not guilty. Mr. Modi is quite determined that his time is best spent explaining to people that we are trying to bring development to millions and millions of people across the country, including security for women and equity for women across the board.
And his hands are clean. Why are the apologists of Modi shouting aloud?
We are not apologists. Please, just using few words like that is not going to either scare us or intimidate us. We are not apologists. I mean, do I or Mr. Ocha sound apologetic or like apologists today?
I'm afraid that he has conceded to his complicity and culpability by trumping up the letter of the father. He has never declined, that he has never objected to this fact. Amit Shah has only said, and the fact that we have in the public domain.
Look, Mr. Modi has had the courage to institute an inquiry commission in his own state.
I'm sorry.
How does that show that he's scared?
In no uncertain terms.
I mean, you're looking at mirages. You have nothing to say about him, so you're clutching at something.
It is also a matter of abuse of power by a person who relishes
for commission reaching to a right conclusion.
The Congress talking about abuse of power is really like a joke. You people don't even want us to talk about Vadra in Parliament. Your minister, Manish Tiwari, is forced to say there will be no discussion on him. And now suddenly you talk about abuse of power, a man who came from 1 lakh to 300 crores in 5 years.
The name of the judge.
What is abuse of power? Do you even understand it?
Ragini, I am so, may I say so, Ragini? May I say so? Ragini, can I please? Because you are on a roll, Ragini, but you need to listen.
Is trespassing
but then that's typical Congress. They never want to listen to others.
Ragini, now you know what? You know, I can see Mr. Harish Salve join the debate and he's wincing. 1 second, Ragini. I'm just asking you one question. One question, please. And Harish Salve coming to you after that. And Ragini, give me short replies, okay? Give me short replies. Because when you speak the truth, even a yes or no is sufficient, Ragini. My question number 1 to you is it true that on the 10th of January, the Home Minister said we will appoint a judge in the next 1 or 2 days? Yes or no? Don't give me a just say yes or no.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear your question. Can you repeat it, please?
I mean, simple question. Did the Home Minister say on the 10th of January, I will appoint a judge to head the inquiry in the next 2 days? Yes or no?
He said so.
Okay, second question.
And the government tried its level best.
Second question.
The government tried its level best to get a retired judge.
That's all right.
Exactly.
You have no
Don't be on the defensive.
You cannot prove it on fact that the government did not do what was needed to be done. And you cannot prove on fact that getting a sitting judge instead of a retired judge is going to deter or hamper the judicial proceedings.
How do you know
I
we
don't
can't
know
prove it?
why you want to deflect
We
the
have only
major
your
issue
word for it.
over the issue of
Congress's word
timing.
is strong enough to make everybody believe them. How do you know we can't prove it?
I don't understand why you didn't do anything. I mean, I can also equally ask you, and please don't speak over me. The question is, the fact is that you've been sitting on this case. You've been sitting on this case. You've been sitting on this case since the 26th of December last year. And you are acting when you're acting, and you have not even acted 2 weeks before counting day. So the natural question will be asked, what on earth were you waiting for, Ragini? And none of the bluster and the aggression will take that question away from you. You say today you'll get a Snoopgate judge by the 16th of May. Is your government doing the people of this country a favor? Why should we not suspect the fact that you have deliberately not acted on it for the last 4 months? Maybe you are trying to do a deal with Modi. Maybe you are trying to do a deal with the Gujarat government.
We would not surpass the due process of law, and we will never replicate
Harish
the
Salve.
model of intimidation
Never
and
surpass
fear
the
that
process
Mr.
of law?
Narendra Modi has
Who are you
created
trying
in
to kid?
Gujarat and wants to institutionalize in the rest of the country. The
You
only
pick up,
thing
you
can
pick up,
accuse us
you
of
pick up.
getting in
The fact is, the fact is,
You know, there
the
are
fact
certain
is, Ragini, I'm going to Harish Salve now, but I will say this to you.
Democratic processes.
I will say this to you.
Process of law, and if there was a delay, it was not. You cannot say that we were.
Don't tell me about the what process of law. I know, Ragini, 1 second, please. I know that your government is known for. Ragini, listen to me, please. Let the others come in. Let the others come in, Ragini.
We would have assumed,
Ragini, you have to let others come in. Ragini, you have to let others come in.
Just like Mr. Narendra Modi did.
Ragini, why are you getting so defensive? Ragini, why are you so
The debates
defensive?
are to be conducted. This is not the way you participate in the debate. Look at the way she is conducting herself. This is not the way you participate in the debate. Just shout, shout, and don't permit anybody else to speak.
Mr. Harish Salve.
But Mr.
Harish Salve.
The question was put
Mr.
to
Harish
me,
Salve.
and I have a right to answer.
Mr. Harish Salve, 2 weeks before the election.
I couldn't hear anything.
Ragini, Mr. Harish Salve.
Yeah.
2 weeks before the results, the government says you'll get a Snoopgate judge. Should we not ask what this government was doing since December? Is that an illegitimate question?
Arnab, your question is legitimate, and I will just share 3 concerns with you. First of all, my concern is for your state of health. If the auditory levels of the interruptions you've been hearing is at the same which I've been hearing, I'm seriously concerned for you. The second issue I want to share in 45 seconds a story with you. My father was on the select committee when the Commission of Inquiries bill was being drafted. And the visionary Mr. Palkhiwala had appeared and told Mr. Chavan, who was the Home Minister, don't make such a law, because someday this law will be extremely controversial and become at least be accused of being an engine of political oppression. What I've heard in the last 10 minutes, I think, shows the wisdom and the foresight of Mr. Palkhiwala. In the last 5 decades, I have not come across a single report of a commission of inquiry which has served this country well. And I think it's about time we repeal this law. The optic of what is being done today is not right. And in a democracy, optic and perception is extremely important. And I think that's where this debate must rest.
No, what's wrong
valid
with
point.
No, my
if it
question
wasn't
was...
done till today.
My question was...
I'd like to...
Can I put it very bluntly here? And Kavita Krishnan wants to actually come in at this stage. You know, I'm just very pointedly, I understand your broader point, but the simple point is this. Kavita Krishnan, others say a young woman, adult woman has been snooped upon using central agencies. Irrespective of timing, is this not something that people of the country should be afraid about? That there should be a clear investigation into it?
No, Arnab, First of all, I think this is more a matter for police investigation. And if the issue was so serious, the CBI should have been asked to investigate it, or this is actually a matter which should have been brought in a PIL for an appropriate investigation, because you have to get into the bottom of this. A commission of inquiry is where different members of the public come and tell you what is actually happened on the streets or what is their perception. This requires a hardcore investigation, including at times maybe even custodial interrogation. So I don't think, I think this is not really the right remedy for this. That's point number one.
So that's a critical point. Therefore you do admit. Therefore you do admit that the Gujarat government, yes, Kavita Krishnan. Therefore you do admit that the Gujarat government setting up retired judges to look into for its own commission of inquiry, when the fact is the Gujarat government is itself the accused in this case, holds absolutely no merit. Kavita, what's your point?
I would, Arnab, bluntly, two wrongs don't make a right.
Kavita.
Can I come in? Yeah.
Yeah, Kavita.
Yeah, I agree with Mr. Salve that in fact it's a very, very serious matter, and I agree that commissions of inquiry have largely, with a few exceptions, a few honorable exceptions, have generally served to delay, to distort, and to basically avoid justice. I think that many of us have been concerned about this in a whole series of cases, important cases. But I think that the crux here is, when you talk about optics and perception, is that of course the optics and perception of Mr. Shinde's action right now, very questionable, no doubt. But I'm saying that the optics and perception for me as a woman, as a citizen of this country, the optics and perception of a party which is claiming to win the election and which is saying we are going to form government, our candidate is going to become prime minister. The optics and perception of them telling the country that it's all right, illegal snooping is all right. You have to forget about it as long as we assure you that her dad asked for it, she knew about it, she was okay with it. The fact is that, and it was for her safety. What shocks me is that it was for her safety. Last year, I'd like to remind you, last year when the movement happened, one of the most important slogans that came out of that anti-rape movement, it wasn't just about rape. Women said very clearly, we don't want, in the name of our safety, don't take away our freedom and autonomy, because they smelt that coming. They knew, and I'm telling you that this is something that routinely happens. Families do it, institutions like colleges do it. In the name of safety and security, they take away the rights of women. And I think that if we are being told by somebody who is in political public life, who is a candidate, who is saying I'm going to be prime minister, I'm saying here, I want to say this here, that I don't know whether he is going to be prime minister or not. I do not know. I think it's a question that can only be decided after 16th May. I'm not about to say, oh, he's about to be PM, so he's being targeted. He is a candidate right now. And even if he wins, even if he becomes prime minister, this question is one that is not going to go away. And I really think that every woman voter ought to really ask herself, the political discourse on gender in this election has been abysmal. We've had Mulayam Singh, we've had Abu Azmi, we've had Amit Shah talking about how a particular community rapes women. And now we've had Amit Shah talking from CARP platforms, and now we've also had this terrible Snoopgate defense. For me, the defense being offered by the BJP, that is the clue. That for me is actually the red flag. I'm saying don't listen to what the Congress is doing. Don't hear what the Congress is up to. I have no credibility. Congress holds no credibility with me. But I think the BJP's own defense is shocking and shameful.
Now, I think Lalita Kumaramangalam tells me she has an answer to you.
Ms. Krishnan, with
so
all due
I will
respect to you, much of what you say I agree with, because I've been working in the field with women for donkey's years now. And I know, I'm also a woman in India, and I also agree with a lot of your argument, especially about autonomy. But Kavita ji, there is one fact that we must agree to. Women in India, we don't even have the training to be autonomous. I'm not saying this is good.
Didn't you undermine women in your opening remarks? Didn't you undermine women in your opening remarks? Where you said, no, I remember what you said. No, I remember what you said. No, Ms. Kumaramangalam, you said this is after all India.
It is.
And in India, a family comes around to support a young woman.
It's true.
And therefore my question, if it is true,
most women in India do not have the capacity to protect themselves legally, financially.
How do I? Fine, then I have.
That's not a good situation at all. all. It's very bad.
No, watch. Harish Salve wants to come in. No, but in that case, watch. Harish Salve, yes. Mr. Salve wants to come in. Mr. Salve, please.
I want to come in for 5 seconds.
No, Mr. Salve.
No, I'm actually baffled by the replies of the
Snooping violates
Lalita ji, let Mr. Salve
Snooping violates the rights of citizens of India. No government, I repeat, no government has the right to snoop on anyone unless it is for very good reason. We have allowed society to slip out of our fingers by allowing snooping, allowing secretive leaks, creating gossip. People like me have been said, oh, you want to protect corporate lobbies. Arnab, it is time to stand back and think. It is not only a gender issue. Why, if my conversation with my daughter is being snooped on, is it less important that a father's right is being invaded and more important than a daughter's right is being invaded? I don't think so.
No, but that
if my
argument
son
doesn't
was
hold
being
here,
snooped
Mr.
upon,
Salve.
I would be as angry. If my
That
daughter is
argument
being
doesn't
snooped
hold
upon.
here.
No, it's not a gender issue.
No, that
it's a
argument doesn't
snooping
hold here
issue.
because Mr. Salve, in this case, the people, the police officers, the alleged minister can go ahead and argue that, you know what, the bigger issue than what we did is the fact, and people like Yatin Oza will say, bigger than what we did, bigger than the act of snooping is the fact that our tapes were leaked. That leak of the tapes is an intrusion of privacy, Mr. Salve. That argument cannot be held, I'm sure.
No, I'm sorry, Arnab. You missed my point. My point is the issue is snooping. It's not a gender. Those two ladies had an argument about ladies. It's about snooping. Tell me, if your son was snooped upon, would you be less angry than your daughter being snooped upon? So it's not a gender issue.
I've actually said
what have we allowed these over-bloated governments to become?
It is both.
I think this issue also has larger implications.
They peddle.
Both, Mr. Salve.
On the realm of gender issues as well.
Let Mr. Salve complete.
My point is, we have allowed governments to get away with murder in the name of security, in the name of intelligence, and we have allowed them to collect. You see, once you break the rules, then there is no stopping. Then you will snoop girls, you will snoop boys, you will snoop wives, you will snoop husbands. We have to get order back in our society. Somebody has to be seriously answerable for passing an order of snooping. Girl or boy is irrelevant. So it is not. So those two ladies were having a discussion on Indian women. This is not a woman issue.
No,
if my son or son-in-law was being snooped upon, I would be equally upset.
About human rights, not just.
I agree with you. I agree with you, but the argument being given by the BJP, I brought in the question of women because the whole thing is being justified in the name of women's safety. That is why I brought it in. Otherwise, I fully agree that this is a question of citizens' rights.
Precisely.
And that the
Kavita, I beg to differ with you. The only question why I brought it in as women is because it's
believe me,
who's supposed to have been snooped on.
Believe me. I just want to end with one.
You said the woman knew. If the woman knew,
yes, she did.
How do you say she women? If the woman knew, wouldn't she herself have kept the police informed of her movement?
The same woman has also said, can you please drop this in because it is. I'm now a married woman and I don't want this to be brought up. Whatever happened has happened. I asked my father for my family for help and they helped out.
That's what she says. That doesn't help me get to the bottom of it. Don't shoot over the woman's shoulder. In the tapes, it is the other way around where the woman's whereabouts are being relayed to an unnamed individual. And even assuming
of women's safety. You cannot trample upon women's safety like this. I think these two issues go hand in hand over here.
So Yatin Oza, understand the point Harish Salve made.
Arnab,
it is no government's right to snoop. The issue therefore, Yatin Oza, is not only of timing. The issue is of snooping.
Any person.
So don't let timing undermine snooping, though timing is also important. The Congress failed to answer that tonight.
Arnab, I want it. Arnab, I just wanted to add one thing.
Yes.
Arnab, I just wanted to add one thing before Yatin answers.
Nobody in the legal profession.
Employ anti-terrorist forces.
Ragini, Harish Salve. hasn't spoken much.
Boundary of Gujarat, but also in 3 or 4 other states.
I have one sentence, Aruna.
Extent of snooping.
Let
Harish
Harish
Salve
speak.
has
You
one
will be
sentence.
horrified.
Please, Ragini.
You will be horrified to know the extent of snooping which is going on our mobile phones alone. I've put these figures on record in Supreme Court. A company like Tata Tele, which doesn't cater to that much high-end clientele, gets an average of 10 to 12,000 phone tapping requests a year from the central government alone.
All right.
Now you can imagine, multiply that. What society are we living in? We need to address this larger question.
Narendra Modi did.
But Ragini, let me tell you this, don't sound so happy
Doesn't
about
exonerate what any government
Central
did.
government is believed to have mastered the art of surveillance, and you may want to live in a surveillance
What
society.
happened about Pranab Mukherjee's phones being tapped by a colleague of his?
You may want to live in a surveillance society. I don't, and hence this is not just a political issue. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much. Is this vendetta or not? I don't know. But one thing is that it cannot be buried simply by using the argument of timing. Thank you for joining me on debate number 1 on the News Hour tonight.